How are you?
I'm being amazing and grateful. Thanks for asking. How about yourself?
I'm pretty good myself. Thank you so much.
Great,
Hello,
grateful to have you.
everyone. Thank you. Bye.
Welcome. Who else do we have streaming in? Give us your name or where you're streaming from. We want to know.
Hi, my name is Novella, and I'm actually from South Carolina.
Hey, welcome from South Carolina. It's great to have you on the line with us. Awesome. Glad you're here.
Thanks.
Awesome. Who else do we have streaming in? Would love to know. Give us your name or where you're streaming in from.
Hello, Dr. Hi, Dr. Harry. This is Arlene in Canada. How are you today, sir?
I'm being amazing and grateful, Arlie. Thanks for showing up. Really appreciate you being here. How are you today? Okay, hopefully you heard me.
I am wonderful. Thanks for having me on day.
Great.
Sorry.
Awesome stuff. Who else do we have out there? Give us your name or where you're streaming from. I want to know. Got Arlene, got Sherry.
I didn't hear you. Awesome.
Good evening, everyone. Claudine here, streaming from Florida at the moment.
Okay, world traveler. Whereas you're all over the world, right? welcome, Claudine. Glad to have you on the line.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Who else do we have streaming in?
Hi, good evening all. This is Dunstan from Trinidad and Tobago.
Hey, glad to have you on, Dunstan. Grateful that you're here, man. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right, awesome stuff.
Evening, everyone. Streaming in live from Jamaica. Victor. Thank you.
Okay, welcome, Victor. Welcome from Jamaica. All right, great. Who else is out there? Give us your name where you're streaming from. Want to know? Anyone else? All right. Okay, so welcome. So Novella, let me just ask quickly. Novella, have you ever traded before? Have you ever done any trading?
Yeah. In the last 2 months with the safety trade, but I've been trying to do it over a year. So yeah, I got a little experience.
All right, nice. So welcome to the call. Great that you're here. We're gonna look at the safety trade system with a little bit more depth today than we normally would, but great. All right, wonderful. Welcome. I see we have a Stephen. Welcome, Stephen.
Doctors examine Mourinho in screening.
Hi, Stephen. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Fine,
Oh, great. Where are you streaming from?
I'm calling you from Nevada.
Nevada. Oh, awesome, man. Welcome to the call. Glad to have you here. Have you ever traded before, Stephen?
Yes, but I stopped last year, October, so I'm just getting a little bit more.
All right, great. Hopefully we'll re-inspire you today for you to want to join us again in your trading journey. All right. All right, glad you're here. All right, welcome everyone. Welcome desires, traders. Welcome everybody. All right, so as I mentioned, for those who may not have heard me say, Dr. Harry Benjamin is my name. I grew up in Jamaica. I became a medical doctor there, and soon afterwards distributed automobiles for about 16 years. My wife and I did that. Then we got into network marketing. I'm grateful I've been in network marketing now for 14 years. The last 3 of those 14 years, I've gotten into the trading space. I'm very happy and thankful that I got connected to Xtream lifestyle. It's no Xtream lifestyle. It started out mainly as a global academy, which we still are. So we are a global academy that teaches people how to trade the financial markets. But we have evolved into having a health and wellness product line. And you'll soon see a tab for our wholesale travel booking website, wherein you could go online and book and get up to 80% discounts on hotels and rental cars and cruises around the world, and even discount on business class flights.
Yeah.
We're very proud about what it is that we have achieved, and we're very thankful for the community that we're building, all right? We're very thankful for the community that we're building. And you're invited to take a look at, if you're relatively new to taking a look at us, I see some new names here. And you're welcome to participate in what it is that we're doing. Today, our presentation, let me just share with you, I started off as an affiliate marketing this company to people around the world. You could join us as an affiliate. I recommend that. Right? You don't have to, but you could just buy or use any of our services, buy any of our products or use any of our services as a customer or a client. But also you could join us as an affiliate, right? And if you join us as an affiliate, you could pay a little over $100, which is $168 in this case, or you could pay $249 or $299 to be an affiliate partner. In that way, you can make commissions by sharing our company with other people. We can pay you commissions starting as small as fast start bonuses of $25, some $10 bonuses for customers who get the website for travel. And you could earn up to like 500, 1,000, 2,000. It goes all the way to $1 million per month. So we do have a very aggressive plan that allows for you to earn, an extra 500, 600 per month. But it also allows someone who wants to build a larger organization to earn much more money. Today, this presentation emphasizes something called the safety trade system. We focus a lot on our education here in Xtream, and we have great testimonies of people who have used Xtream education and have been able to earn significant income for themselves. You can learn about our $7 trillion market that we help people to tap into, and our education packages are very affordable. Some people who want to focus on being a student pay only $89 a month if they have a student ID, and then some people pay the $99 a month for the Forex student, and some people get the Nadex and Forex combined, which is $159 per month. Just depends on how much education you want. And then the safety trade system, we're going to talk about that today. It's very affordable. It's only $599 for the year, and you pay $75 per month for what are called signals. So what most of us generally do is join as an affiliate, we pay $168, and then we buy the safety trade system for $599, and then we have it for a full year. The safety trade system is a game changer. It has saved us a lot of headache when it comes to learning how to trade. Anybody who has ever tried learning how to trade, you would know that you normally be given lessons in support, resistance. Let me go over to here. Let me just collapse this pane down here, right? So you're normally given a chart that looks similar to this. Sometimes it has these moving averages on it, these lines you see waving up and down. And sometimes it's just the candlesticks alone. So you normally have to come and learn how to put in something called support resistance lines. So you'll have to learn, how to identify where to put these lines. And also you'll have to be putting in what are called trend lines, right? And, some of us have gone through the process of learning how to do this. And it's very arduous. You'll have to invest time and energy doing what we call marking up the charts to hopefully predict in the coming days ahead where the market will go. And for those of us who have tried to learn trading the traditional way, you'd agree with me that it's not been an easy task. Have people made money? Yes, right? But a lot of people get frustrated because it takes a long time to learn. So we're very thankful that the safety trade system, the gentleman, Mr. Kevin, that developed it, he developed it mainly because his sister suffered from epilepsy and his daughter, and could not hold on a job. So he wanted to give her a way to be able to earn money because she couldn't keep a job because of her health condition. And he developed a simple way for her to be able to identify a trade so that she could make money and take care of herself. And that's the genesis of it. But later on, he used it to make a lot of money, bought about 5 different properties currently. And then a little over a year ago, almost a year and a half now, he started allowing other people to use the system. And man, it's been a great experience for those of us who have learned how to use it. And it predicts with pinpoint accuracy the direction of the market. You see, for those of us who are new to trading, you would need to be able to know, is the market going to go up or is it going to go down to make money? If you're down here, let me slide the market over to here, right? If you were down here, all right, the market is down here, and you know for sure that it's going to come back up, you could put in a buy order. And then if the market goes up, which it did, you can make money between what you paid for it here and what it goes to up here. So this blue cylinder, you'd be able to make the money involved in that movement. If you knew when the market was up here that it was going to go down, and you could predict it with accuracy that it would go down, then you would literally make the money between this point up here where it started and going down to here. You'd make that money. So there's extremely high value in information that can predict where this market will go. So I'm very thankful that he designed the system with using simple colors, where you could use simple colors to identify where the market is going, whether it's going to go for what we call a buy or we call a sell. All right, there's a learning curve in terms of learning what we call different time frames and how they work relative to one another. And I'll go into a bit of that today for those who already have the system to help you to understand how better to identify where the market is going and what you could do to take advantage of it. All right, let me go over to this chart, SPX, and we're going to look at the indices today. All right. Some serious money is here, right? So let's look at this. Let's look at this and look what happened here on Friday. Okay, can anybody see right here? Just so anybody jump off mute. Do you see this little red where my hand is with the mouse? Can you see that little red batch of bars? They're histogram bars. Can you see that? Anybody?
Yeah. Yes.
Great. Do you see a line below that? That's green.
Yes.
Okay, and then where this batch of red, the red is, and then you see these two green lines right here? These two green lines right here?
Yes.
Okay, good. So wherever this lines up, right where this lines up, I'm gonna put a horizontal line right here at the beginning. So right here, green, red, green, okay, green, red, green, that is the pattern for what's called a buy order. If you notice, the market went up afterwards, right? So generally, whenever that happens, here's another example of it over here. Can we see where the market looked like it was going down? Then this stayed green, this is red, this is green, but the market went back up, right? Okay, all right. Then here, where it was happening again, but the market kept going down, and later on went back up a little bit and then went sideways, okay? All right, so let's look at being able to find these. Once you could find these, not find them, use the right word. As the market is unfolding, which it will start unfolding here, it started for some assets. You're going to see over here where this number start to blink soon, right? Which means the market is opening up. It's just starting to open up in Japan and in Australia, in New Zealand. What's called the Asian market is just starting to open up. It's Monday morning over there and it's Sunday evening over here in the US, Canada, Caribbean, okay? So you could participate in the market Sunday night and make money if you know what you're doing, all right? We'll show you how to get your broker account set up so that you have an account that you can fund with a small amount of money. We generally recommend that people start trading with $100 or so, and that's more than enough to start trading with. The key thing is knowing what to do, right? Is having the skill set. All right, so here we are where these colors that we just identified, green, red, green, that identifies what's called, in this case, a buy, right? Let's go to this asset, and we're going to look for the red example, right, where it's all red. All right, here's an example of it, right? Do we see, anybody could see right here where my hand is again? I'm going to put another vertical line, all right, here at the beginning. Do you see that the line at the bottom is red and there's a group of green bars? Anybody sees that?
Yes.
And then these two lines right here are red. Can we see that and agree?
Agree.
Okay, right. So what happens is that the market came down when this pattern developed. Do you notice that it's happening over here again? Let's put my line over here again. Do you see that happening over here? Red, green, red, the market went down, right?
Yes.
Anybody?
Yes.
Okay, and then let's go all the way back to here. Excuse me. Can we see that it happened here again? It happened here as well. Red, green, red, right? And it went down, right? We're noticing that? Okay, here's a big example of it, where the green shot way up and it came right back down, right? And then in fact, the red turned to green and then turned back to red. Okay, but I want to go down to this end of here to show us something pretty significant, all right? Pretty significant. All right, so right here, right? This one here first, this one here, red, green, red, right? Market went up, but it came back down, right? Okay. And here it went red, green, red again, and we would have expected it to go up and come back down, but it did not, right? This changed from red to green and the market started going back up significantly. So if you try to do a sell here, you would not have been able to get the sell done, or you may have lost that trade, meaning that if the trade opened up for you, we're putting what's called a sell stop, but the trade opened up for you, it would reverse and go in opposite direction and hit what's called your stop loss. And you would have lost that trade. Okay, so here's the thing about this, especially when it comes to the 1 minute chart, there's always going to be a point where the market reverses. It doesn't just keep going down, or it does not keep going up. it's going to go down and go up, go down and go up. So there are some other things that you'll have to take into consideration to know exactly when it is that you should take advantage of it. Now, the best time to do these sell stops is when it happens for the first time. So coming over to here, right, this was a buy, right? Green, red, green. If we look right here, we could see that it was green, red, green, and then it turned to red, right? So the first time we got an official sell stop, which was red, green, red right here, this would have been the best one. Then this would have been okay. But once you get into the fourth, fifth, sixth, 4, 5, 6 times, you have to be careful, especially if the higher time frames are showing something different from the lower time frame. So what do I mean by that? So let's go to the end of this chart. I'm going to the end of it. So everything here is red, right? So this is setting up on the 1 minute chart. There's nothing showing on the 1 minute chart yet. It's red, red, red. Okay, let's go to the 5 minute. 5 minute chart. It's red, red, green. So nothing definitive there. Let's go to our 15 minute chart. All right. And if you do not know what these time frames are, don't worry about it. We'll train you on that. This is all red, so there's nothing showing there. All right. Let's go to the 30-minute chart. It's all red. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. It's all red. Okay, let's go to the 4 hour chart. And then this is still all red. And then let's go to the daily chart. Let's see what the daily chart is showing us. Daily chart. All right, so daily chart is showing us that it was recently a buy on the daily chart, right? Green, red, green. So there, what's happening here is that this market on gold, I'm looking at gold right now, is starting to turn more. It's starting to look more like we're going to have a bunch of sell stops, right? A bunch of sell stops, because everything on these time frames are starting to show sells. Okay, so we're going to have some selling going on. Let's look at it again. Let's go back to the 1 hour, right? The 1 hour chart. Okay, it already created a 1 hour sell stop. So you see it came down here, sold off, and came up here. All right. So what I anticipate the market will probably be doing, that's a 1 hour chart. Let's go to the 30-minute chart. You see it's still below what we call the channel on the 30-minute chart. These two lines, guys, the red line and the yellow line. All right, I'm going to talk a little bit about gold and come back. 15-minute, let's look at the 15-minute chart. Right now, it's inside of this channel for the 15 minutes. Well, it came inside and it sold down from it. All right, the price is below it. Right? But we're going to come back to that. We're going to come back to this. And we'll just pass through gold here a bit. 5-minute chart, right? The price is below the channel on the 5-minute chart. The box was green. We'll come back to that in a second. And then the 1 minute. All right, 1 minute is all right. So if we go back, let's start now at analyzing gold, right? So 1 hour chart. So you should always start with your 1 hour. Always start with your 1 hour chart, right? Always start with your 1 hour chart and any symbol that you're looking at, any asset. So on the 1 hour chart of gold, all right, let's talk to each other. This line here, this yellow line and green line, are the moving averages, the key moving averages. And right now, gold is significantly below here. All right, it came above it. You could see earlier on, it came above it and it sold down from here. It came above it and it sold down from here. And the reason why it's sold down from here is if we go above the 1 hour chart to the 4 hour, we would notice that it came above the 4 hour channel. And what was the 4 hour saying? The 4 hour was saying initially it was a buy. It was a buy here. It was a 4 hour buy that was going on, but it changed and now it's selling. Right? There was a 4 hour buy, it came up. You could see the market came down here, bought up here, but it didn't go all the way back up to this highest point. It stayed low. All right, so the market is what we call changing its character, and it's starting to sell. All right, and let me just widen this and give us a better view of that. So the market was buying. See, it was buying this way. It came up here, peaked up here, sold off. Right, sold off here. Created this 4 hour buy stop. So it came down, it came up, did a little buying, but it came back down. Right? And then it came up here and it's coming back down. So it seems that the market changed from a buy to a sell. Right? We see that it was buying this way and then it started selling down, came up, created these highs here, but didn't come back up to here and it's now selling down. So generally, where does this sell from? Where does the market sell from? The highest places of volume of business where it's either buying from it or selling from it is in the 1 hour and 4 hour channels. So if we come to this 1 hour chart, what we could expect to see happen, and you could check this out over the next day, 2 days, is that it may come up a bit and come into this area and then come back down for the 1 hour. Right? And why is it going to sell back down? Let's go down to the smaller time frames. Let's go to the 15-minute. You see the 15 minutes is all red. See, it's red at the bottom, red here, red here. So if it comes up above here, it's already set up to give us what's called a 15-minute sell stop. You could see it from the logo. All right, for those of us who know about the system, let me draw it out for us. See, it came down, came up, came down, came up, came down, came up, came down, came up, came down, came up. So we could see this come up again for another down this way, right? That's generally what's going to happen. That's what we can expect from our 15-minute chart. Go down to the 5-minute chart. Let's go down to the 5-minute chart. It was red, green, red, right? You could see it did some 5-minute sell stops here. Oops, a second. Look here, red, green, red. See, it came up, came back down. All right, right? So now what we have set up here is for a little bit of buying up. We can anticipate a little bit of buying up, right? Coming up, right? When it comes up, we're going to have some pressure pushing it back down. So each time it comes up, we're going to have some pressure pushing it back down at every time frame. Right now we're at the 1 minute. So it's right here close to the 1 minute channel, right? Generally, you don't get much selling from the 1 minute channel. So what we may anticipate is that it may have to come up to the 5-minute. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. It may come up to the 5-minute channel and may see a little bit of selling from there. But where most of the selling might come from is if it comes up to this red line or above it, and then we'll see it come back down. So if I were you, I'd wait for the market to come up above this red line. I would not try to get a sell on gold down here. Why? Let's go back to the 1 minute again. Remember, it's already down here below the channel where it would sell from. If it's going to sell, it sells from a channel, right? On this case, it's on the 1 minute. So I would not anticipate any big selling from here yet. All right, let's to the 5-minute. It's also below the 5 minutes. So I'd wait for it to come up above, and that's where it sells from. If you notice, it came above the channel and then it sold down. Can you see it? Can anybody see that? Can anybody see that it's you should wait for it to be above your channels and then sell down? Can we see that? Anybody? So right here, come off mute and tell me, somebody. See, this is what type of trade right here at the end. Red, green, red.
A sell.
Right, right. So let's say you as soon as this came up here, you went ahead and put in your order right here, right here. You went ahead and put in your order on the yellow line right there. Okay, when it just popped up. Look what happened. It would have wicked you in. This wick came close to your entry, and then you would have gone up, and you could have lost the trade. So you have to be a little patient. Wait for it to come up above, right? This area, right? In fact, what you're really waiting on to get a good 5-minute sell, and I'm gonna mark this top here where it reversed. Okay, without looking at it yet. Right here where it reversed, either it touched the 15-minute trade line, or either it touched the 15-minute trade line or the 30-minute trade line, right? Trade line, meaning the moving averages, either the red and yellow on the 15-minute. Let's go up to the 15-minute chart and see. Let's go up to this. All right, you see what I mean, guys? It came into the 15-minute channel. It almost came to the red line. Okay, if you go to the 30-minute, it probably didn't get to the 30-minute. See, it's away from the 30-minute. So where did it get the 5-minute buying pressure from? It got it from the 15-minute channel. So in order for you to take a good 5-minute sell stop, right? What you want to do, let's go back to our 5-minute chart again. What you want to do when the sell stop has been called by the scanner, or you've seen it on the chart, is that you want to wait for it to come up high enough. And then if I were you, what I'd do is that when I see it going up, I would take this out, right? So let's say we're here and the market is there. I wouldn't put my sell stop in yet. I would wait. So it's now up here. And then I put my sell stop in here on this red line instead of the yellow. And then if it goes up higher, and this is still a sell, the 15 minutes is still showing us sells. We saw the 1 hour showing us a red sell environment. Then I'd push my entry up closer and wait for it to turn around and come back down and put me into the trade. And that's how you make more money from the trade, all right? Because if you waited for it to come down to the yellow line before it put you in, can you see that you'd have only made a small amount of money right here to the right here? Anybody could see that? Anybody come off, you can tell me, all right? Versus versus getting it up here. Can we see that getting it up here would have been better than getting it on the yellow line? Because
Yes.
you'd make more profit. Thank you very much. So how do we get in at that point? When the trade is called, you want to wait for it to arch up. But where does it react from? It reacted from the time frame that's higher to it, all right? The 15-minute. All right, so with that understanding then, all right, let's look at, we spoke about what could happen here, but let's look at what could happen with NAS going into this, going into tonight and tomorrow, right? Let's look at what could happen with NAS going into tonight and tomorrow. Then we're gonna do some Q&A. All right, let's go to the 1 hour chart. And a 1 hour chart here. What type of trend is this, somebody? Is this a downtrend or uptrend?
Uptrend.
Uptrend, thank you. It's an uptrend, so the market is going up, all right? Generally speaking, this is not, let me say it's not, it doesn't happen all the time, but generally speaking, if the market goes up in daytime, which it did on Friday, it comes down a little bit in the nighttime, okay? Comes back, it what we call retraces, it pulls back a bit, all right? Retraces. So the market, you could see the market has been going up, all right? Has not had a significant pullback yet, okay? And that's the 1 hour. Let's even jump up a little higher. Let's go to the daily just to look at the daily, all right? We could see on the daily chart, is this a downtrend or an uptrend?
Uptrend still.
Good. Up, great. So the daily is an uptrend. Let's look at the 4 hour. Is the 4 hour an uptrend? Yes or no? Is it an uptrend?
Yes.
Yes, great. All right. So go down up. So we looked at the 1 hour. The next time frame that we should look at, let's look at the 30-minute. All right. Is the 30-minute an uptrend or a downtrend?
Uptrend.
Uptrend. All right. But a significant note, there were some sideways moves here and it went up even though there were some sideways. Sometimes when we see the sideways move, we could get a reversal after that, but there was no reversal. The market went up. They still push the market up. And let's look at the 15-minute chart. Is that a downtrend or an uptrend?
Still an uptrend.
Okay, but do we see the significant sideways moves here? Some significant sideways moves here, right? So we need to pay attention to that. There's some clues in there. All right, and then the 5-minute. Let's go to the 5-minute. All right, is this an uptrend or a downtrend?
Still an uptrend.
Still an uptrend. So the market has been in an uptrend, right? The market has been in an uptrend. Now, what happens is that we have seen where this logo going up. There's so many buy opportunities that took place because the market is in a bull market. However, here's how we can take advantage of a reversal, right? There's going to be a reversal. At some point, it has to reverse, right? Let me just see here. At some point, it has to reverse. Now, here's a clue. This is called a scanner. Let me just open up the scanner for us. This is a safe trade system scanner. Let's go to the main page. Let me just mention that. The system calls out over 200 different symbols. And Forex calls out setups on the different time frames, 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, etc. But it also calls out Forex, it calls out crypto, it calls out stocks, it calls out the indices. And you could narrow it down to the ones you want. And then we have the blue line scanner, right? This blue line H&H scanner right here. This is a powerful tool. So on the 1 minute time frame, it's giving us some clues by trading US 30, NAS 100, and SPX as one. It trades them as one. So on the 1 minute time frame, it's showing us right now that US 30 is below what's called its blue line on the 1 minute. So let's jump over back to the charts and let's quickly look at US 30. So we could see that what let's go to the 1 hour on US 30. Let's start there. We should start high, but let's start at the 1 hour. Could we see that US 30 came all the way up here? And then what happened afterwards? What happened? US 30 sold off, all right? On the 1 hour, okay? Let's go to NAS, right? NAS didn't, SPX didn't, but let's go back to US 30. US 30 had a big sell-off on the 1 hour. Can we see that? All right, anybody seen that? Anyone? Is there anyone else?
Yes.
Right, it literally sold down, came back up here, right? And even created on the 1 hour chart a 1 hour sell stop, okay? So something significant took place. This is on Friday. This is no Sunday, but this is on Friday, right? So right? So this is on Friday, but this is going to be Sunday evening here. Sunday evening will start here shortly when it opens up in another 18 minutes or so. All right, so the US 30 sold off significantly on Friday. We can see that, right? It started at that's 9 a.m. on Friday, and it sold on. It came back up a bit, but sold back down again. But US NAS 100 and S&P did not sell yet, but US 30 has. Okay, US 30 has. This is a significant clue going back to our scanner. I'm going to tell you what to look for here, right? So tonight, Sunday night, US 30 is already below its 1 minute blue line. Okay, but NAS and SPX are not. Okay, so what I expect to have happen is that NAS and SPX are going to follow a similar thing to what US 30 is already doing, which means that it's going to start selling off. So this is the 1 hour chart on US 30. Let's drop down a bit. Let's look at the 15-minute to see what it's showing us. On the 15-minute chart, it was a buy stop. See, it was a buy stop here. Okay, but it didn't buy all the way up. It reversed here and sold down. Let's go to the 30-minute chart to see what's going on. Sorry, that's not 30 minutes. 30-minute chart to see what's happening. It was a buy as well, but it didn't buy all the way up. It came back down. All right, and then let's look at the 5-minute chart to see what's going on. All right, what type of trade is this on the 5-minute, guys? What type of trade is this on the 5-minute? Right? It's a broken box sell stop. So the market sold down on the 5-minute. Let's look at the 1-minute chart on US 30 and see if we see any other clues here. Right? What is it? What is this right here? Red, green, what? Red right here. And did the market sell down here on the 1-minute? So what this is saying, guys, is that there is a reversal happening on the US 30. You could see it started up here, right? It started up here, started selling down now. Right, the market has started to create what I call lower highs. It was up here, came down here, came up here. All right, so these are lower highs, the lower highs and lower lows. See, lower highs, lower lows, and starting to come down. So if I were you, right, what I'd be doing is that I'd be looking out for 1 minute. This is already below the 1-minute blue line. This is the blue line on the 1-minute chart. You could see that US 30 is below it. Okay, all right. NAS and SPX are above their 1-minute blue line. NAS and SPX are above their 1-minute blue line. See, the blue line is way down here on NAS, right? And look at SPX, right? It's way down here. So if I were you, I'd be looking out for 1-minute sell stop. So the minute that you start to see on this, the minute that you start to see on SPX and NAS, which is starting to show a change of character. It's not fully there yet, but it's starting to show, right? If you look here, it started up here, came down, came up, came down, came up a bit, came down, came up, came down, came up, came down, right? Came down, see, down, up, down, equal low, but a lower low, came back up, right? And then the market is inside this because at the end of the day. So if you could look at this, you could see that the market is starting to trend it's starting to reverse. It's potentially going to reverse. It already has on US 30 because it's already below the 1-minute blue line on the US 30. And because the indices generally trade as one, you're going to see what we're going to see happen here tonight, Sunday, into tomorrow. We're going to see this make its way. We're going to see US SPX and NAS make their way to their 1-minute blue line, right? You're going to see them make their way to their 1-minute blue line. So if I were you, I'd be looking out for opportunities. The minute that this change of character starts to happen, if it starts to come down and create, right now, this is your lowest point in this recent move. Let me show you this. See, the market was going up. Let me just shrink this down a bit. Can we see that the market here, right, was going up like that, up, up, up. And then it started coming down. But this week, at the bottom of this week is the lowest point. So you could go ahead and take note of that. If you see the market come down below this point and close below here, guys, then it's starting to make its way down. You could wait for a pullback, right? You could ideally wait for a pullback for it to pull back either to the 1-minute line or above it, and then take that down. So I'll be looking for sell opportunities where you can enter a sell going down, right, towards the blue line, right? And it's a good distance that this has to go to get to the blue line, right? It's a nice amount of pips, potentially about 80, right? So we could see a nice drop. So I'm looking out for sells to the blue line. But here's what happens as it does this. As it does this, at some point, it's going to start to buy again, right? At some point, it's going to start to buy again. So what you should be looking out for on right now, the US 30 is already there. Right now, US 30 is already, let's go to the 1 hour blue line on US 30. 1 hour blue line, it's not blue line, but 1 hour chart on US 30. It's below the 1 hour channel, way below the 1 hour channel. Sorry, that's cool. Right, it's below the 1 hour channel right here. Right, the yellow and the green are the channel, and the 1 hour chart is below. Let's check the 4 hour. Let's check the 4 hour. It's not yet. It came down, touched the 4 hour, bought back up. Right, came down, touched the 4 hour, bought back up. So it would be sweet if they do this, guys. You make a lot of money. All right, so pay attention to this. Don't get carried away with the sales, please, tomorrow. All right, do not get carried away. They're going to be short term because the higher time frames are all buys. So what we should expect, if we get this blessing tomorrow where it comes down here and they bring it all the way down below this channel, guys, it's going to give you a nice run back up. Okay, just know that. Okay, because that's how the logo forms. All right, let's just look at this one. Can you see when the market sold down way down here? Can you see that? Can you see how much it bought back up? Okay, all right, let's look at this one again. It came down here. All right, came down to here into the channel, touched the bottom line of the channel, and it went way back up to here. So pay attention to that. The market buys strongly because why? Because this is all green on the 4 hour. Okay, this is all green on the 4 hour. So it is a buying environment. It's not a selling environment. It doesn't mean that they can't reverse the market. Don't get me wrong. They could reverse it. They could reverse the market and and sell it all the way down. But that's not generally what's going to happen. We're going to see some buying happen. So as this continues selling down, enjoy the sells. Don't get carried away, right? Enjoy the sells. Take advantage of the sells. But bear in mind that at some point it's going to turn around and come back up. Okay? Here's the beautiful thing about NAS. NAS is not yet at its 1 hour channel. See? NAS is way above its 1 hour channel. But US 30 is already below its 1 hour channel. So you could definitely go ahead now and take these sells, and hopefully we'll get some sells and it comes down to here before it comes back up for the buy. Okay, that's how the logo draws itself. If it comes back down to here, even nicer, right? The deeper it goes, the more you'll get coming up on the buy. Okay, the more you're gonna get coming up on the buy. The same thing for SPX. Okay, so because of what US 30 already showed us, US 30 already showed us that it peaked, came back down nicely. Right? And it could even go down further. Okay? SPX and NAS hasn't done it yet. So that tells you, based on the blue line scanner, let's go back to it. If you see the second one here turn red, if any one of these two turn red, one before the other, the third one is going there. Okay? So just bear that in mind and take advantage of that this evening, right? That is taking advantage of the sells. But what are the sells setting up? Right? When the market comes down for the sell, it changes the histogram bars here on the 1 minute to green. So you're going to get, the market is not going to go straight down. You're going to see it first, you're going to maybe touch the green line here, come back up for a nice push up, but it may not go higher than the last high. Then it's going to come down again and touch the 15-minute line. It's going to push back up. It may not go above the last high. It's going to come down and touch the 30-minute trade line, and it may not go above the last high. And it's going to come down and touch the 1 hour, then reverse a bit, and it may come below. That's how it does it. It doesn't just go straight down. Let's go to US 30, and then you could see what I mean. Right? Let's drop down to the, 3 minute. 3 minute will give us a good view of what I'm trying to say about it coming down. All right, let's go back. Let's go to here. Let me put a line. Okay, great. You could see, right? The market sold down. Okay, but it didn't just go straight down. Okay, it didn't just go straight down. And I'm going to draw this, and then we're going to look for those channels just to help us to understand something. So it came down here, came back up, and it came down to here, came back up. It came down to here, came back up, came down to here, came back up, came down to here, came back up, came down to here, came back up. All right, so let's look now at the different time frames and see these reversals, right? So this is a 3 minute time frame. Let's go to the 1 minute. Let's start here over here, right? So when it came down initially, right? When it came down initially, it got a little bounce off the top of the 1 minute. So if I were you, I'd not try to take a 1 minute buy stop here, right? Even to fill in the gap. It came down, see it was green, red, green. It came down into the 1 minute channel and it broke through it. It didn't stop, kept going down and it changed it back from green to red. All right, let's go back now to the 3 minute channel and see what happens here. Let's go to the 3 minute chart. Okay, 3 minute chart. So see that it came through the 3 minute channel. And then here's the interesting thing. It came back up and it bounced off the top of the channel and came back down. All right, because the reversal had started. All right, so that's the 3 minutes. So let's go to the 5 minute now. Let's go to the 5 minute. See, when it came down to the 5 minute, all right, came below the 5 minute, came back close to it, but it reversed. See, came back close to it. So go down to the 15 minute now. All right, so the market is now in selling down. So those are things that you could use, guys, to help you to understand what's going on, right? Because remember, the market buys from ourselves from these channels, okay? All right, so coming back to this, just widen the screen a bit so you could see it. Hopefully you could see that, right? So the market just doesn't go straight down. Remember, that's going to go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then as we're going to get these buy stops. So right now we have on the, let's go back to the 15 minute block is already red. Let's go to the 30 minute to see if that's changed to red. It's changed to red. And then 1 hour is still there's a 1 hour buy stop that was developed. So there's a 1 hour, there's going to be what's called a 1 hour, 4 hour buy stop on US 30. So we can anticipate, guys, we can anticipate a rate if it goes to 4 hour, if it goes down to the 4 hour daily buy stop, it's even going to be stronger. So if US 30 gives this to us to where it sells down more, right, for us today, tonight to tomorrow, if it sells down more, right now it's right here, if it sells down more and then it breaks the back on the 1 hour, that's going to be a really good 1 hour, 4 hour buy stop if it breaks it. Okay, just bear that in mind. So, you know, if it sells down more, it's going to be greater for us. Right now, it's above I'm on the 4 hour chart. It's just above the 4 hour channel. But if it comes down here, guys, if we get this, if they do this for us and they bring it down below here, this is going to be a really sweet buy. It's still a 1 hour buy stop. Okay, it's still a 1 hour buy stop. It's going to be a really sweet buy. Now, the best time to enter this 1 hour buy, this 4 hour buy stop, 1 hour, 4 hour buy stop, the best time to do it is when the 1 minute chart is also a 1 minute buy stop. That's the best time. So the 4, if you right now we have let's go to the 1 hour chart. Right, let me just take this off of here. Right now on the 1 hour chart, is a buy. Anybody agree with me on that? Green, red, green. Anybody could see that clearly. This is a buy, right? Anybody out there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, right, good. Right? So the best time to do this 1 hour buy is go down to the 1 minute chart, and is it also a buy? Is the 1 minute chart also a buy right now?
Nope.
No. So right now, right. So right now would not be the ideal time to try to you could set, for those who want to be conservative, here's what you do. You could go ahead and put your 1 minute order on the yellow line if you're conservative. You can just go ahead and put your order in there and wait. Some of us are more aggressive. You could put it on the green line and wait for it to turn around and come back up and put you in the trade. You could wait for that, okay? You could wait on that. That's absolutely perfect. Nothing wrong with that, right? You'll definitely make your money, okay? Because if you did here, see it came above the line, and even though it looks small, you'd have made a good, even if you're conservative on this last one, you'd have made 37 points. $10 a point, that's $370. If you're more aggressive and you took it off the bottom line, on this one, you'd have made 56 points, $560 at $10 a point. So you'd have still made money either way, right? For those who want to be a little bit more aggressive, is that you want to, right now, it's going to change back to a 1 minute at some point. So if it does, you could jump into a 1 minute buy stop, knowing that there's a 1 hour buy stop in case. So if you jump into a 1 minute buy stop down here, right down here, man, when this changes around, it sells down some more, you know, this sells down some more and it reverses and this changes to all green and you get a little, either get the perfect 1 minute buy stop or you get a fill in the gap buy stop. You're going to be able to take it a little bit earlier and then you'd get into the 1 hour trade. You see, you could get into the 1 hour trade coming back up rather than waiting for it to come back all the way up here. But you have to wait until you get that 1 minute buy stop, right? You have to wait. Ideally, the best place to take this is using the 15-minute 1 hour to look at it from the 15-minute 1 hour standpoint. Let's just jump to the 15-minute. Let's jump to the 15-minute. This is also developing to a sell, right? So the 15 minutes is not showing you a buy right now, it's showing you a sell. So the 1 hour, 4 hour, you're gonna have to be patient. Those take a while to come into play. In the meantime, what I'll be doing is playing these sell stops while I'm waiting for it's gonna be a 1 hour, 4 hour buy stop. That's what we're gonna see on US 30. Right now, what I'm expecting that we're going to see on NAS, I'm on NAS 100. I'm expecting that we're going to see the sell down, right? So I'm expecting that we're going to see the sell down. Let's drop to the 1 minute chart. I'm expecting that we're going to see this move to the blue line, right? That's what I'm expecting NAS and SPX to do overnight into tomorrow. Okay, let's check. Do we have any news tomorrow at 8:30 a.m.? Tomorrow we have, no, 8:30 a.m. news tomorrow. There's a 1 p.m. GBP news and 9 p.m. NZB. And Tuesday, we have a big news, right? 8:30 a.m. CPI, right, guys? So we're going to make some really great money this week. Every day this week, there are red folders. So there's going to be great opportunities. So expect the market to come down to here, okay? Expect the market to move towards the blue line on NAS. Expect it to do the very same thing on SPX, right? We can expect it to come down towards the blue line, possibly go below it, okay? And then what would be great is if you see on the scanner, US 30 on the 5 minute change to red here, and possibly change to red on the 15 minute, then that's going to be an indication that you can get more out of the cells of NAS and SPX. So that's how you use all of this data, okay? Right now, you could see that US 30 has already shown us its hand that it wants to sell, and it has. NAS and SPX, we expect them to do similarly. So instead of looking for more buys tonight, you should look for some sells, right? So wait for the signs to give you the indication that you can jump into the sell, wait for the buck to break. Ideally, if you're conservative, you could wait for it to fully set up, where the bottom line here is red, this is red, and then the pullback happens, the pullback above the 1 minute line, almost touching the 5 minute line. If you see that happen, then you jump in for yourself. That's the perfect entry. Let me say that simply. It's in the rules. You should go read your rules on the safety system and study them and know them by heart. If this is not down here, where it is right now, not because I said there's a sell stop. I've made this mistake many times. I heard the developer say, oh, the sell stops. And I just jump in now thinking, you know what, let me just wait. Let me just jump in now because, the market could just go all the way down straight. No, don't do it like that, guys. I'm telling you, you could get hurt. All right, I've lost too much money making those mistakes. So instead, what you should do, everybody, is wait. Just be patient. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure whose line is that. Desiree, is that your line? I'm making noise. So Desire, sorry. So what you should do, guys, is right now this is where the market is. Okay. You need to wait. If everything here is red, you need to wait now. Wait for it. This is the 1 minute line. And let's say, this is the 1 minute line. You need to wait for it to come up above here. And then you want it to touch the 5 minute line to come back down or come close to the 5 minute line. That's what the rules say, that's what you should follow, right? And you'll be much more successful that way. So if it comes up, right, and touches, let's go to the 5 minute. All right, right now it's not below it. So we have to wait. We have to wait, be patient for it to come down below the 5 minute. And then below the 1 minute, and then come back up and touch to go back down. That's what we want to wait on, because right now it's still a buy, right? We could possibly see tonight, some little buys, some little short buys, okay? So right now it's a 1 minute buy stop. You could see that it came back up a bit, but it didn't come back up above the line, and it may not, even though it formed a 1 minute buy stop on SPX. There's a 1 minute buy stop, all right? But I'm not looking to try to take this 1 minute buy stop right now, and let me share with you why. Because the market has been buying like crazy, see? It was buying like crazy before, and it has some point, it has to reverse. And if you look at the signs here, it started to show reversal. See, it went all the way up here, came back down, created a lower high, all right, a lower low, a lower high, all right? a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, and then it started pushing back up a bit, right? And it has not gone back above the highest high. And it came back again, a lower high again, lower high again. So this is a break of structure. And then it created a lower low than the last one. And then this high is not as high as that last one, and then it went sideways. So if this market doesn't come up above here tonight, guys, expect it to go down. Right? So I would not be enthusiastic about trying to take a buy stop right now, even though there's a 1 minute buy stop right here. I would not take that buy because it's too late. All right. So any questions? Hopefully that information was helpful to somebody. I know I said a lot. I gave you a lot of information today. Hopefully it helped. Anyone with any questions about the system?
Hey, Harry, how you doing?
I'm being amazing and grateful, my brother. How are you, Harry?
Great, man, great. Listen, do me a favor, no? I was a little tardy in joining the meeting with a few of my people because we were on the wrong Zoom. We're on Bridget's Zoom waiting. So do me a favor, can you take about 5 minutes to just outline the principle of how safety trade work with the different the green change and the buck and so on, just a principle of it, so that our new people that came on late can just understand the principle of it.
All right, thank you very much, Harish. I'll do that for you, my brother. I understand.
I appreciate
it can happen, right? So here's the deal. Red, green, red is what we call a buy, right? So down at the bottom here, let me just expand this. All right, these are indicators, all right? These are indicators. So once you get to Safe Trade System and set up on TradingView, this, what looks like one line here is really 3 lines, okay? 3 lines. And right now they're all green. We could see that, right? And then these bars above is called the base indicator. It's fake out. It gives us an idea that the market is telling you that it's going down, but it's really going up. Then we have the BOK, these 2 lines here. It's called the BOK, B-O-K-K. So for it to be a perfect buy, green at the bottom, red here, green here is a buy, okay? Now, when you see this setup, the market goes up afterwards, right? Green, red, green. Here you see it going up. So this tells you to do a buy and you'll make money on that buy. Here's another one, right here. Green, red, green. The market came down, it went back up for a buy. But then it happened here again, but the market didn't go up immediately. It broke the BOK. The BOK changed from green to red. All right, now when it happened here's how you could have taken this as a buy. When it came down here first, let's go to the 3 minute. Let me mark these areas. So let's put I'm gonna put the horizontal line here. It came to the bottom here, and then right here, we'll put a vertical line here, the vertical line in here, put it in the middle of this, vertical line in the middle of that, and then let's put another one, put another one here, okay? Let's go up to the 3 minute chart, 3 minute chart. So we look at the 3 minute chart. When it was coming down, it touched the 3 minute trade line. But this 3 minute trade line, the yellow, is below the 1 minute channel. Let's just look at that. So this is where it came down untouched, right? Right down here, it came down and touched this. Let's go back to the 1 minute. If you notice that it came down, right? It came down below the channel, green and yellow, it came down below. And this is where, right here, where my yellow and blue lines cross, right? Down here, actually, right? Came here. This is where the market came down into the 3 minutes. So let's go back to the 3 minutes again. We're on a 3 minute chart. So what you're trying to do if you're taking a buy is you wait for it to come down into either the 3 minute channel or the 5 minute channel, and then wait for it to come back up for the buy, right? So it's one off the top of the 3 minute channel. The second time it came down, all right, let's go back to the 1 minute chart again. See, it came down here again, came down. And then right here is where it stopped and reversed. Let's go to the 3 minute channel again. So it came down to the bottom of the 3 minute channel this time for the bottom. Let's go to the 5 minute to see if it came down anywhere near the 5 minutes. So in this case, it came down into the 5 minute channel and bottom from there. So what generally happens doesn't have to happen that way. What generally happens, we're going to probably see, and you could check this out later, you probably see it sell down. And when it comes to this line or just below it, you see you're going to get a reversal. So if you're trying to get a buy, if you're trying to take advantage of a buy, you want to know these things. use these points. This is where it generally is going to buy from or sell from, as the case might be. In this case, it's going to buy from here. So going back again to this 1 minute, going back to the end of this, the 1 minute here, this 1 minute here that we have. Oops, take this off. See if I can get this off the chart. Give me a second here. All right. So let's go down to the minute. All right. So let's go down. We're at the 1 minute, right? Let's go down to the 1 minute chart again, and it's showing us this buy, right? But based on what happened in the last set of buys, you could see that the market is starting to reverse, okay, for a possible sell environment, okay? So therefore, if you're going to take a buy, I would not take this buy stop. I would not take this buy stop because of so many buys before, and it broke the buck here already. So I would not be enthusiastic about taking this buy, okay? If I was going to go for it, I'd wait for it to come down, possibly the 15 minute. I would wait for it to come down close to here. If you wait for it to come close to here and then wait for it to take it back up, you'll get a better buy. If you wait for it to come down here. Or look at the 5 minute, it has not yet in this run up. Let's take off these vertical lines now. In this run up, okay, it has not come down to the green line on the 5 minute yet, hasn't done it yet in this run up. So in this case, if it comes down and touches this green line, we can expect a bounce up. How far up it will go, you just may give you a few pips, right? May give you a lot, who knows, right? But based on what has been happening with US 30, I would not be enthusiastic about taking these 1 minute buy stops right now, right? I'd be very cautious about taking them, okay? I prefer to take the 1 minute sells going to the blue line than the 1 minute buys. But hopefully that helps you, your new people. I know I gave a little bit extra there, but basically, right, you know, the rules of the safety trade system, you have to study them and know them. It says that the first time we get the buy stop on any of these charts is the best one. The first time you get the sell stop on any of these charts is the best one. The second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, those are not going to be as good as the very first time. So bear that in mind, right? What does the first time mean? When this was all red here, this was all red here, red, and then it changed and it eventually gave you a buy. So if you are taking the buy down here from here, when it happened the first time right here, this is when it happened the first time, right? Right here is where it happened the first time. Let's get this vertical line. Right here, green, red, green, that's a buy. Green at the bottom, red here, green here, that's a buy. It happened there for the first time. So if you took it down here for the first time, you could see it didn't come back to that blue line. It didn't ever come back to that blue line. You would have gotten a nice big run up from there. Okay, you'd have gotten it up to even this high here. If you're taking it down here, okay, this first one. But then if you took this one here, then the run up is less. If you take this one here, you could see you still got a run up, okay? And then if you're gonna try to take the last one, this very last one now, man, you're asking for some trouble, all right? So I'd be very careful about, you know, taking the buy at this late stage in the game when it's already bought up like this, all right? I'll be very careful about that, okay? Hopefully that helps. That helps, Horatio. Hopefully that helps. Is that helpful?
Yeah, it's still a little advanced for some of my new people, but I guess we'll invite them to another meeting again. Yeah, sorry we missed the meeting because we're using Bridget's link, you know. But I'll invite them to other sessions. Right? Hey guys, listen, don't be discouraged. I watched this meeting for like a month straight before it clicked to me, and then I bought it. So it's a process, right? So don't be flustered by the first time.
What did we just see happen here, Rachel? What did we just see happen here? Did we see the candle drop?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're at SPX and NAS, right? Did anybody see this red candle pop up on the screen a while ago?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. What time frame is that? 1 minute.
Yeah, right? What did I say we should expect from the indices this evening?
A sale.
Yeah, and what does the red pushing down start to mean?
Downtrend.
Yeah, it's starting to push down, right? So, you know, I was saying to us to expect that. and we can look out for that, right? You know, I mean, it opened up significantly down on SPX, opened significantly down on NAS. But to help you new people, right, Horatio, okay? We're right now. This is what 1 minute. Let's go back to it. This is 1 minute. Why is this all red? NAS. Is this a 1 minute chart? My NAS, yeah. Okay, interesting. Oh, okay. All right. Wow, it's pushing down even more. This quickly? I didn't expect it that fast. Right?
It's
okay, guys.
Sell stop, you know.
Right. So, but let's see something here. Let's see something here. Let's
see. We're all reds and green.
Right. All right. So NAS, let's check out SPX. All right. So NAS was already set up. US 30 is already set up for that. Right. So we know we're going to get some 1 minute sell stops and 5 minute and stuff from US. We went over that. All right. So the new people, here's how simple it is to use. But the new people are Mr. Horatio Williams, my friend. Right. Somebody who is new on the line, right? Who has never traded before. All right. Is there anybody new here who has never traded before? Okay, okay, go ahead, Eton. Go ahead, Eton. Could you unmute? Do you mind unmuting your phone, Eton? Just come off mute. Just come off mute for me. If you can unmute, Eton. Can you unmute? Yeah, you raise your hand, you've never traded before, but if you can unmute, do you see this line red at the bottom here? All right, or anybody else? Anybody could answer me. Do you see this red line at my mouse at the bottom? Right? Okay. So here's it. The red line at the bottom. Okay. These green bars here. And then this red line, this red here is the back red. Okay. And a little dot happened when it pushed back up and it dropped down. Now this is a big sell, man. Cheese and peas. Just imagine you're putting the cell like we spoke about right here. Right? Look at that. Because we didn't even get the setup. I didn't even see the setup earlier. Why didn't we see this red on NAS? Maybe we didn't look at it properly. But because that missed me. We were looking at SPX, which was a 1 minute buy. But did I say that I would not take the buy? Did anybody remember me saying that I would not take the buy?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. And did the break from red to green, from green to red, sorry.
Yes.
Right. I know we have a situation where they're setting up 1 minute sell stops going to where? Going towards what? It's blue line. Right. Let's go to NAS. Right. If NAS already had we didn't look at NAS, but NAS had the 1 minute sell stop already set up. Green, green, red, green. How much would you have made if you had put in this 1 minute sell? We didn't look at it, so I didn't even see it. That's 28 pips at market open on a Sunday evening. Times $10, $280 US sitting at home. Would that be wonderful or wonderful, guys? Somebody talk to me out there.
$280 is a lot of money, man.
$200 is one thing in a dog, but $200 in 2 minutes is a whole lot of different story.
We don't leave in your house. Right, everybody? So the new folks that, sorry about that, but the system is super duper powerful. Red, green, red. And, we spoke about, identifying the fact that we look at US 30. We saw that US 30 was already getting ready for more selling, right? The sell down gave us clues that, we could expect, go to our safe to trade scanner. We could expect NAS and SPX on the 1 minute to change from green to red. That's my expectation tonight. And then come over here to NAS. Let's look at NAS. NAS is already sold down significantly. That's about 30 pips, $280 on a Sunday evening on your laptop, on phone. How the new people, here's how the new people would have been able to just see this. Red at the bottom here, green here, red here. All right, you put in your order. All right, this is not. We're putting the order just below the line. Okay. The nice thing is that it came up for us a little bit. It pushed up a little bit up here. Right. When it pushed up here, right here, let's go to the time frame just above that. You should always look at the time frame just above to confirm, which is in this case the 5 minute, right? It came above the 5 minute line, which is great, right? It came above the 5 minute line, which is great, and it sold down from here. Okay, so wonderful, wonderful. So this is a easy. This would have been an easy win and a lot of money for anybody who has the system and would have taken advantage of this 1 minute sell, especially looking out for it to go to the blue line, right? So if I were you, you're in the sell already, which I'm in an SPX sell. I'm right now in this SPX sell because I set this up from Friday. Okay, I'm gonna wait for it. Right now it's coming back up a little bit, right? So if it touches this line, if it touches here, it's going to even give you more push down, but it may not come up that far. Maybe just come back up here a little bit and reverse and go back down. So right now we created, see, we're talking about creating lower lows, right? So this is where it was, came up here, created a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, right? Came across, right? A lower high, a lower high, all right? A lower low. And if this comes now and reverses here and comes below here, sweet, it's going down further, right? And we already spoke about, where did I put a line? I put a line below here and said if it came below here and closed below here, right, we could expect it to go down more. It did that already on SPX. It already closed below here on NAS, so drop big time. So guys, I'm looking out for what you should be looking out for more sells right now. If I were you, I'll be looking out for an opportunity to jump into a 1 minute sell stop. Some of the ways to do that is to look out for filling the gaps. So if right here you see this bars, it's a scrum bar, pull behind this yellow line and it comes back up and creates a little gap here, that could give you another entry. But when we enter this late, you could lose the trade. Why? Because remember now, while it's selling down, for the ones who have the system already, while it's selling down on the 1 minute here, jump back up here to the remember, we're going to see some 50. You see, it's coming into the 15-minute channel. So I expect at this point right here, and maybe a little reaction for it to give us a little buy this way before it goes down. Or we could get another buy off of here before it goes down. Okay? And it doesn't have to, but it may happen. Right? We may get some buys off the 15-minute, these channels. We may get some off the 30-minute, right? Right now it's dropped below the 5 minute. See, it was above, came below the 5 minute, right? And right now it's at the 15-minute. Okay, so let's see what it does. If it continues going down, or we may get a little buyout. But I'm looking more in the direction of 1 minute sells to the blue line right now, rather than trying to get a 1 minute or a 3 minute or a 5 minute buy stop out of the 15-minute area. Okay, so my newest people, in simple terms, the system is based on colors. Okay, see, if you had the system red, green, red, right? I think it was Ethan that put his hand up. Simple, red, green, red, right? Red, green, red. Simple, 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 red, green, red. Okay, you could see it came down, right? Push back up, and now it gave you a nice rundown. So if you had put your order in on this yellow line, when it went up to here, man, look at how much money you'd make this evening. All right, let's just count this again. Cheese and peas, right? Is this wonderful or what? Somebody talk to me. 30 points on a Sunday evening, sitting at home, eating your rice and peas and drinking whatever your favorite punch is. Whether you're eating roast pork or jerk chicken or escovitch fish or whatever, right? Or maybe a pizza, all right, whatever you're doing, okay? Watching the Super Bowl if you're in the US, or getting ready to watch it. Guys, this is the day we're living in, okay? This is how we are going to roll in 2024 and beyond, using our technology to make us money instead of working very hard for it. So thank you, Horatio, for inviting your friends, but friends of Horatio and others who are guests, how amazing is this? Red, green, red. Once we see this setup, that's the clue. The other stuff you hear me talking about, higher time frames and so forth, you learn that. But you don't need that in the beginning to really get some headway. You could win 1, 2, 3, 5 pips pretty easily using the simple color-coded system and, doing it, taking it the first time. Is this the first one after it being all green? Is that the first time it reversed and showed? So right here it showed green, red, green, but it had done it many times before that. Is this the first one of it red, red, green. Is this the first one right here? After this, anybody answer me, please?
Yes.
Yes, and the first one is the best one. Okay, so you're gonna have others tonight, other 1 minute cells, but the first one is the best one. So if you caught that one, voila, you'd have been good to grow. Okay, so in terms of the new people, follow the rules that you're gonna get. The rules are gonna give you when this happens for the first time. You're going to have to be patient, wait for them to set up. The system sends it to you on the scanner as well. Let me go back to the scanner. Let's go back to the handed down the scanner of ours. Right here, it will give you, look at the indices. Let's click on that. Right, we had a 5 minute on German 30. The system is calling out. You will see this green arrow is going up or down. Let's look at the Forex peers. Right, see GBP, JPY 1 minute sell stop. It's calling that out. Here's more down here. Wherever you see these red arrows, these are opportunities for you to go and look for those trades. You get training on how to do this. And then let's look at that's currency pairs. Right, you won't see stocks tonight, but you'll see crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. It's calling out a trade on XRP right now, right? XMR, whatever that was. So this is just a beautiful system that we have. Thank God for it. Just a blessing that we have this, guys. And you and I now have an opportunity to use such a simple, easy way of identifying trades. So let's go back to the charts. Right? Beautiful what's going to happen here tonight. If I were you now, we spoke about this before the market opened, right? We discussed this already, and we see that. Let's go back to gold, right? And I spoke about that we're going to see gold buying up. I did speak about that before for those who were here earlier. We spoke about gold going up, but then we're gonna see some sales coming down, right? Some of you remember that, right? Because I showed you what the time frames were showing us. Okay, so see it went up, but we're gonna see some sales coming down, all right? Based on what the higher time frames were showing us, right? Because right now this buy up now has set up a 5 minute sell or a 15 minute sell. See, it went up to the top of the 15-minute channel. We can expect it to start to push back down, and that is pushing back down on the basis of a 5 minute, a possible 5 minute setup. All right, so 5 minute setup. All right, so bear those things in mind, guys. Bear those things in mind. All right, let's leave gold alone for a minute. All right, but nice, you would have caught that sell off, the yellow line coming down. See, it went up, you put your sell in, and you made some money coming down. Okay, that's gold. Let's go back now to my favorites. See, nice. See, it didn't even come back up to the yellow line on the 1 minute. Let's see, it didn't even come back up to the yellow line on the 1 minute, at least not yet. And it's already selling down again, right? So it came down, created a lower high. This high is lower than this high. And then if it stops here and reverses here and comes down and closes below here again, then that's just a continuation of the move down. But remember, as it's trying to go down, remember what's going to happen. As it's trying to go down, it's going to run into this 15-minute line here. When it runs into this line, we expect a pushback this way. Right now, it's pushing back from, let's go to the 5 minute. See, it's pushing back from the bottom of the 5 minute channel. Okay, so it could come up for a nice little buy, which would be a 1 minute, 3 minute buy. If you go to the 3 minute chart, you probably see a 3 minute buy stop. See, green, red, green. Okay, now you have a 3 minute buy stop, right? Just formed, right? Because why? Because the market sold down. So you may get this 3 minute buy stop, but I'm not jumping up and down about a 3 minute buy stop right now. Why? Because there's been many of them before. See, look how many we had before. One here, one here, one here. This is a broken back one. Another one here. So you shouldn't expect to be just buying into eternity. All right. At some point the market now needs to reverse. So here is a 3 minute buy stop. But be careful. If you see this box break from green to red, then instead of looking for a 3 minute buy, wait for a 5 minute buy. Okay, for the 5 minutes to set up. Right now, the 5 minutes has a fill in the gap. Can anybody see that there's a gap between the bars here and the yellow line? Can anybody see that?
Yes.
Right. So if you're going to play this 5 minute buy, wait for it to come to the 15-minute line. When it comes to this 15-minute line, then you could put in a buy stop. You put an entry above the market, and then hopefully it pulls up and gives you a little run up. Okay. But I am more, I would probably wait for buys after I see this blue line touch. When I see this blue line is finished with the blue line, then I'll probably want to take some buys going back up. But right now, I'm not enthusiastic about the buys. Okay. Not that they're not going to happen, but it's just that they may not be big buys. All right, they may not be big buys. You may get a big buy. Hey, guess what? The market is a market, right? So, but in simple terms, guys, let's go down 1 minute broken back. See, as I was thinking that I'm not expecting this 1 minute buy to give us anything, and it didn't. It broke the back, which means now it's become a 3 minute buy stop. 3 minute buy stop may give us a buy. Okay, maybe give us a nice run up. I'm not so enthusiastic about that. Then the 15 minute, the 5 minute, if the 5 minute forms, you could get a nice 5 minute buy. Could get a nice, decent run back up. So for those who have the system already, when it comes down to this line, that's when you would want to jump, to put your buy stop just above where it is. Hopefully turn back around and push you back up. If it keeps going down as a sell, fine, we make money off the sells. What I'm going to look for tomorrow, hopefully you'll be looking for that, is I'm going to wait for these 15 minute, 30 minute buy stops to set up, right? US 30 already blew through that and is setting up a 1 hour, 4 hour buy. And NAS and SPX might end up doing that too, right? But we're going to get these 15 minute, 30 minutes buy stops on the way down to developing a 1 hour, 4 hour buy stop. That's for the people who are a little bit ahead of the curve, that statement. For the new people, right now, you just need to just focus on the basics, right? Just focus on the basics, right? Play what I just showed you on NAS, this 1 minute sell stop happened here for the first time, right? This is a 15 minutes chart. Let's go to the 1 minute. See the 1 minute sell stop happened for the first time right here. Okay, it came down, came back up, so it's now almost back to the 1 minute trade line. So we might see a little reaction here come down, or we might see it from here, or it might come back above it and then come back down. Okay, let's see what's going on. All right, so that's the 3 minute. Let's got 3 minute back broke. All right, so what we're seeing on NAS is a 5 minute sell. See, what NAS chart has a 5 minute sell stop setup. Right, is it going to go back up above here and keep going up? Let's see. Right, let's see. I'm not overly enthusiastic about that. I believe that we're going to see it either touch here and reverse, or maybe touch here and reverse, or come up a little bit above and come back down on its way to the blue line. That's what I believe is going to happen. All right. Any questions? Thank you, Horatio. From anybody else? Any questions from anyone else?
The blue line. I am so new to the blue line. So what is the blue line information that it's giving us?
Where do you find it?
No, I know where to find it. So like using the blue line. So I'm clueless to the blue line. So I know you use it for something. So what is the blue line indicating for you, or indicating for?
Okay, so the main purpose of it is to tell us that the market on each time frame moves towards it when it's above it, right? And moves down to it. Let me say that word. Say it that way. Okay. So the market tends to move back, because it has to first move away from it and then move back down to it, right? When it's below it, it moves below it and then it moves back up to it. So this is kind of like it's not a middle point, but it's on each time frame. It's kind of like where the market tends to go back to. Okay, all right. So what we use it for is this blue line scanner. This scanner. All right. This is the main purpose of it. Right now, do you see on this M1, this 1 minute chart, US 30, the arrow is red?
Right.
Okay, yes. Good. So let's go back to our chart. And right now we're looking at right now, NAS. Let's go to US 30. Let's go to US 30. All right. So do you see that the blue line is above the market on the US 30 chart? You notice that?
Correct.
Right. So but before it was above it, right?
Yes.
And it came below it. So the fact that it's now below it, what it's telling us is that there's a possibility that NAS and SPX are going to do the same thing.
Okay.
All right. So that's how we use it. So if you go back to NAS, can you see that NAS is up here and the blue line is down here?
Correct.
So what we're expecting doesn't mean it will happen. We're expecting for this to make its way towards this between tonight and tomorrow. And has it started to do that?
Yes.
Right. So here, if this right here we spoke about right here being the first sell stop after the buy, right? On the 1 minute. Red, green, red, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was the best one. But then if we get a second one here, right? You could put a sell stop because you have nothing to lose by putting a sell stop. Let's say you put a sell stop below on this yellow line here, right? So as it goes up, as it keeps going up, right? Keeps going up. At some point it may reverse and come back down, or it may not. It may just keep going up, right, for a while. But if it reverses and comes back down and you're on the yellow line, then you could benefit from a 1 minute sell if you're conservative. What I would be doing if I were looking for the sell, I would be waiting for it to push up some more. Because if it comes up to this 3 minute line, which it touched it already, and it's coming back down from it, right? So it touched the 3 minute line and it's selling off from right here. See? You see it came up and it touched this and it's running back down now. Okay? So if you are a more aggressive trader, go back to your 1 minute chart, then I would be behind it up here, right? Waiting for it to turn around and come back down and put me in. As opposed to when it came to the yellow line, I put me in on the yellow line, and then I have to wait for it to go down further for me to get some profit, which it still looks like it's going to give you some profit off the yellow line, but I prefer to catch it up here. I hope somebody caught that training. Let's do this one more time. We're on a 1 minute chart. The market came up. We saw the greens running up, right? But I was saying I'm not enthusiastic about the buys. I'm more looking at the sells. All right, not that the buys don't make money. Do not get me wrong, of course, right? All right, you could take both. You could be doing the buys and the sells. So on the 3 minute chart, it came up. That's not 3 minute. That's 3 minute, yeah. So it came close to the 3 minute line and almost touched it and went back down. All right, see, that's what it did. Came up above the 1 minute channel. Ideally, if it comes to the perfect safety trade is if it 5 minute. Look at the 5 minute. It touched the 5 minute line. That's perfect, right? It came up and touched the 5 minute line. So that's the ideal pullback. That's what we call a pullback because it was selling down before. The novice trader would have jumped in down here because they see it going down. I said, man, the market's going down. Let me jump in and get some of that, right? Because it was going down so fast. And then I've lost so many times doing that.
That would have been me. I ain't gonna lie. That would have been me. And been mad later.
And I go, oh, look at the way it's going back. Because that's not where we're supposed to enter the trade, right? So, right now we're on the 5 minute chart, right? Let's go to so when it was running down like this on the 1 minute, when we see it running down, I've gotten caught doing this so many times. I said, man, it's and then boom, it seems like at the minute you press enter, it just turns back on you. It's happened to me so many times. So here's the perfect 1 minute sell stop. Wait for it to come up above, but it didn't even give you much. It didn't come up above much, but it may come up more still. If it, right now it reacted off, we got a little reaction off the 5 minute. We got a little reaction here. We saw that came down here, right? We saw that come down here. But bear in mind, if you're going to try to take this 1 minute sell, it's a little tricky, very tricky. Why? Because this is a 5 minute buy. So this 5 minute buy may have to come up here first and come back down. It may, because it's a 5 minute buy stop and it has to form itself. So it may come up above or it may not, right? Because it's, we're moving towards the blue line, so we may not. But you could definitely, get a 1 minute entry. So for those who are looking at 1 minute entry, look at what would have happened if you took it off the yellow line, guys. Can you it would have wicked you in on the yellow line. And what would you be now? Would you be in the blue or would you be in the red? Somebody come off mute and tell me.
Red.
Red. Yes. But if you had come in, if you had taken it off the green line, would you have been in the money? Would you have made some money? Yes. Yes, a little bit, not a lot.
Yeah, because it's going up.
No, it went down before, right? Because so you'd have gotten 2.8 points off that move, right? So but is it gonna still come out down? Yeah, but you'd have if you took it off the yellow, you would have hit your stop loss up here because you'd have jumped in too early. You'd have taken up. Okay, so now it's turned to see. Now the sell stop is formed. Now it's red, green, red. So with that now, you can now set your entry here. Or you can track it as it pulls up some more because it's going up. It's going up to one of these, right? Right now it's inside of the 5 minute channel. Okay? So if the 5 minute doesn't buy, if 5 minute doesn't buy and it comes up in reverses, it can come on reverse and put you in for the sell coming to the blue line. but the 5 minute may have to buy tonight first. It may have to go up and do its thing and finish and come back down and turn around and come back down. Okay? And you could have taken the 5 minute buy down here because it came down to the 15 minutes, see? And then we're now getting the 5 minute buy from the 15 minute. So it came down into the 15 minute and now we have the 5 minute buy. So if you decide, you know what, I'm going to take the 5 minute buy stop. I'm going to take the 5 minute buy stop. Then try to get it from down here when it came down into the 15 minute and run back up with it. Okay, so hopefully somebody out there caught that, right? You know, and then in terms of how to play these different time frames, right? I know new people, this is a lot for you new people, but this was the trade that the new people should have taken, and you're done. Okay, the second and the third one is not as good as the first one. So the second one, yes, we're gonna get some. I believe we're gonna get some sales, but you still have to be careful, very careful, because this could buy back up tonight. This could definitely run back up, right? Because we have a 5 minute buy there, right? So bear that in mind, okay? Bear that in mind. As we're seeing, right? So, you know, a little not doubly, but yes, but bear that in mind, you know, that we're gonna see. This is a 5 minute. So what this also is the 1 minute sell, but then we're seeing a 5 minute buy, 3 minute, 5 minute buy on SPX, 3 minute buy, right? On SPX, is there a 5 minute? Yes, there's a 5 minute buy on SPX as well. So that has to manifest, that has to come, 5 minute buy take place, and then you could see the rest of the cells going down. And I believe we will see those cells going down to the blue line, right? To the 1 minute blue line here. All right. Any other questions? Thank you, Novella, for your question. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? All right. All right. So thank you very much for showing up. We have this session Monday to Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys. Let's have a great time with each other, learning, growing together, developing, and let's make a lot of money, right? Let's make a lot of money, all right? Let's make a lot of money, right? Let's put back at Naj here. Nice sell, nice 1 minute sell stop lining up, coming back towards the blue line, all right? So give you that, you get some good stuff today. All right. All right. Bless you all. Bless you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Harry.
Hey, you're welcome, my
Dr.
brother. You're welcome. Horatio, was that helpful? I mean, did I put enough of the basics in there? I hope I did.
Well, you'd have to ask the two people.
All right. Well, ask them for me and tell me. But encourage them to come back so that they can come and get, can get what they need. But obviously, everything has levels, and this system definitely does have levels. So, all right.
Sure. Yeah, man. We'll work with them and get them from the basics so they understand the basics of how the colors set up and how they change, and to verify for the different time period. It is a learning curve, but once it is learned, the system is very accurate. That's what I like about it.
Man, it's a blessing.
Market
I've
direction.
never gone online like this before.
How's that?
Sometimes you have to put in a charger.
I think Ethan's talking to somebody in the background, but it's okay.
Oh, yes. Right. So yeah, man, we'll work with the new people to get them up to speed with the system so that they'll appreciate how accurate it is once they understand it.
All right, wonderful.
All right, thank you very much, Harry.
All right, blessings, man. All right, bless you, everybody. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.